Hi, ladies and dudes, and let's head on back to my top 10 most favorite memorable scenes in a movie. And I only got 5 memorable scenes left that I enjoy the best for all the movies that I've seen from my childhood to adulthood. So let's get on to my top 5 favorites. Coming at number 5 is When You Believe, the one of the greatest songs of all time from one of the most underrated masterpiece films ever in movie history called The Prince of Egypt. Now, to tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, I fell in love with this song. This is one of the best memorable songs I have ever heard in a DreamWorks movie. I mean, this song really did blew me away. I enjoyed both the movie version and the other version that came from in the soundtrack, featuring Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. I really love that song. I adore that song, and I can't get this song out of my head. And I'll never forget the scene in the movie for the Prince of Egypt where it's time for Moses's Hebrew people to finally be let go. They're no longer slaves for the Egyptians, and they're hanging on to the real path of freedom. It was so darn mind blowing. It was so darn heartwarming, and it's very emotional. And yes, ladies and dudes, I will let you know for the movie version of the Prince of Egypt. Well, for the song "When You Believe," when you are listening to the song, I think there's a part of that song where a couple of these Hebrew kids are singing the song in Hebrew language, and I was kind of surprised when I listened to that song. I think this language that they're speaking is in Hebrew. I have no idea what all the words means in Hebrew, but I think I know one word is Ashira. I think Ashira means hallelujah. Something to celebrate, and it involves freedom and true happiness. I think that's what Ashira means. It means hallelujah. It Yeah, I will say for the When You Believe scene, it was very emotional. It was tear jerking. It'll bring a nice warm feeling to your heart, and it will blow you away. So When You Believe scene deserves to be at number 5. Coming at number 4 goes to Taken 2. And I'm picking the one that I love the best of this movie. And it's the near ending. I love that near ending to death. And you already know what my favorite part of that movie is the death of the Porpoia dude. That scene really did blow me away. It has a great dialogue, it has a great camera angles, and I love that moment where the Porpoia dude needs to face Brian Mills for the very last time, and Brian Mills will say one of the most epic speeches that you'll never forget in movie history. I love that near ending to death, and that near ending really did blow me away. It was very emotional, it was very serious, and also it's pretty darn sad. But one of the things that really did blew me away from that scene is definitely the score. It was the score that made me fall in love with this near ending. I love that score to death. It it was so darn mind blowing. It will truly blow you away big time. So yeah, since I already explained that one many times, so the near ending from Taken 2 deserves to be at number 4. And finally, ladies and dudes, the moment you all been waiting for is my top 3 best memorable scenes ever in movie history. So let's get right to it. Coming at number 3 goes to the ending from the 2012 version of the Les Miserables. I will say the ending really did blow me away, and it's definitely the most memorable scene ever in movie musical history. It's the ending where I think when Jean Valjean had finally passed away, he's no longer in the real world, and he finally reunited with Fontaine and the bearship dude that he met in the beginning of the film, and he's going to some different type of afterlife in Paris, France, and you see all these wonderful people had created a very big giant barricade, and they decide to make up their own future for Paris, France. I mean, that was so darn memorable, and I love that song When Tomorrow Comes. It was very emotional, it was very tear-jerking, and this song is all about freedom. I love a song that involves freedom. And I really want to fight for freedom for all my life because I want to find a way to make up my own type of life that involves freedom. So yeah, I have nothing else to say. The ending from the 2012 version of Les Miserables deserves to be at number 3. And sadly for 2-in-1, I don't have them in my DVD collection. But I will tell you about my 2 other favorite memorable moments I did enjoy for what movies I did like from my childhood to adulthood. So anyway, for my number 2 favorite is definitely the Camelot song from the Mighty Python and the Holy Grail. And to tell you the truth about the Mighty Python and the Holy Grail movie, I will say, yeah, it was okay. I do like a couple of funny jokes here and there, but the worst part about that movie was definitely the ending, because the ending was so darn messed up for me. But I do like a couple of the jokes here and there for the movie. But I will say the best memorable scene about the Holy Grail is definitely the Camelot song. I freaking love that Camelot song. It was one of the best, funniest songs I ever heard from one of the Mighty Python shows or movies. I mean, I love the lyrics. It was pretty well fast-paced. I love all the dance sequence and all the jokes, slapstick. And they did a can-can dance, if I remember right. That was pretty darn funny. It was so darn enjoyable. It was it will laugh your head off, and this is one of the best oh heck no moments you'll ever see in movie history, since I explained to you about it for my top 5 most favorite and funniest good oh heck no moments ever in movie history. Yeah, I did a top 5 list of my favorite, best, funniest oh heck no moments I ever seen in movie history. But yeah, I love this song to death. One of the things that really did bother me in this song is, who the heck is Clark Gable? Is he a famous person or something? I'm not so sure. But I remember at the end of the song, I remember that funny dialogue what King Arthur said about Camelot, and I did a pretty good job making up a pretty funny British accent. So here we go. On second thought, let's not go to Camelot. It is a silly place. Right. Oh yeah, the Camelot song is really funny, pretty well fast-paced, and this song will blow your mind. So many funniness here and there. You gotta see that song and that cool scene. So the Camelot song deserves to be at number 2. And finally, my number 1 most favorite memorable scene ever in movie history, and this one will be surprised you. And this one came from one of my guilty pleasure movies of all time, the Moulin Rouge. And this song really did blew me away. And this is one of the best memorable songs of all time, and truly my number one most favorite song from this movie, for Moulin Rouge. And my number one most favorite memorable movie moment of all time is Spectacular! Spectacular! I love that song and I love that scene. Yeah, Spectacular, Spectacular is one of my most favorite memorable scenes ever in movie history. I love this song to death. I can't get this song out of my head. It was very well fast-paced. I love the funny jokes that happened in this scene. And this song is all about where Satine and Christian got a little help from Toulouse's wacky men and Harold Ziller. They're trying to do their very best to entertain the Duke and tell him that made-up story that they made of what the story of Spectacular is all about. And this scene really laughs my head off. I love all the funny moments and the highlight moments that happen in this very wacky tacky scene. There's some jokes, slapstick, and costume, well, like cosplay or something like that, and try to act out like a good performance or whatever. It's really hard for me to explain, but this is a best mind-blowing scene you gotta see in all of movie history. So Spectacular deserves to be my number one most favorite scene ever for all the movies that I enjoyed from my childhood to adulthood. For real, if you know what I mean. And there you go, ladies and dudes. That is my top 10 most favorite memorable scenes in a movie. And tell me, ladies and dudes, for your own opinion and your own opinion only, what is your most favorite movie moment of all time? And it doesn't matter if it's from a musical, action, drama, romance, comedy, animation, whatever. Whichever of these good memorable scenes that you like from a movie, please leave a comment there and let me know. And join me next time for my next movie's top 10 list to come, as I tell you about my top 10 most favorite movie scores that sounded like something that came from an orchestra. So be prepared for that one to come, and I'll see you all later. Sayonara!